The faces and the masks are huge. That's one of the things that, initially it would upset me,
Yeah.
right? That I have been being this person, and I'm still removing those,
Hmm.
right? Because as the more you look inside and the more you watch yourself,
Hmm.
you see yourself not being yourself, but being someone that you were taught to be,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
How important is it for people to understand that? And you've been talking about it already, but this was a question I wrote down or idea. How important, especially in the line of about authenticity, how important is it for people to understand that your life is about your express,
Yes.
and you're not expressing as long as you are concerned about what's going on out here, what
Yep.
other people think, all of that stuff. But when you're being authentic, being being expressed, fully expressed, and being authentic are like this.
Yep. Absolutely. Um, because that's a issue in a lot of cultures. A lot of it has stemmed from, and I love the parents, but the parents don't know any better. But as soon as the
Yeah.
child does something that is original to them that the parents don't understand or don't like, they begin to use that control, use that control, use that control,
Hmm.
even all the way up into adult life. You're still my baby,
Hmm.
and you're still my baby translate to I know what you like and you don't know what you like because I'm older and I know more than you, so you shouldn't feel that way.
Right.
You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do this. And not all of it. I'm talking about the negative aspect of it
Hmm.
because there's a lot of good things that come out of it. But for those that are suppressed behind it, it really it's a slow death.
Yeah.
It is a very, very slow death. And then I believe also there's a lot of resentment there that is unspoken that adds on to that suppression because now that controlling party has put you in a submission where you're no longer free to express who you are.
Hmm.
So now when it's time to express myself, oh, you don't know what it's shunned away. You don't know what you're talking about. Oh, you don't know, it's that type of thing where now because it's so far out that they can address it, they can heal from it. Now they're stuck in this loop where now I got to deal with mom and daddy or grandmama and auntie. I got to do it. I got to deal with these aspects of the people in my life. And when it's time for me to express myself, I can't. So now what do I do? Because I cannot not deal with them
Hmm.
and from their perspective.
Hmm.
So they're kind of stuck in this loop and they don't know how to get out the loop. The what do you
Hmm.
call it? The gerbil wheel. They just keep going
Yeah.
round and round and round and around and around, and
Yeah.
then all of a sudden you'll notice at some point they'll blow up.
Yep.
And when they blow up and the lid comes off because of all the stuff that's been suppressed, people around them are in shock and going, "Where is this coming from?" And this
Right.
person all along has been trying to say, I've been trying to tell you, 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 I've been trying to tell you. But every time I tell you, you don't listen.
Hmm.
Now
Hmm.
it's that
Hmm.
because they've blown up and people are shocked that they've blown up. Now there's the split.
Hmm. Hmm.
And because there's a split, now there's another rain of emotion that person who is suppressed has to deal with because they've blown up, but they've never addressed the feeling other than I've exploded. So now that suppression is still there. And now when they encounter other people who are similar to that, they treat them accordingly where now, oh, you're like them. So I gotta hold on this emotion, this attitude, this behavior. And eventually, if I don't tell you up front, then I'm going to blow up. And
Hmm.
all of a sudden, now you see this trigger of blowing up, blowing up, blowing up, blowing up. Now everybody's going, oh, he got anger issues. She got anger issues.
Right.
No, they have an expression issue because they were not allowed to express themselves. And then, two, nobody taught them how to express themselves in a manner that was conducive to them. So now they don't know how to maneuver. So now they got
Right.
to kind of hit the reset button and learn how can I express myself that is more positive, that is more conductive to relationships, to myself, to those
Mm-hmm.
around me, to my neighborhood, my neighbor, my community, et cetera, et cetera.
Mm-hmm.
And many of them don't get it. Many of them don't get it. And
Mm-hmm.
I hate to use this word, but many of them turn into narcissists
Mm-hmm.
because they've been hurt and they've been scarred by the ones that loved them or were
Mm-hmm.
supposed to love them the way they thought
Mm-hmm.
they should have been loved. So
Mm-hmm.
now there's this narcissistic behavior where I'm only going to take care, and that's not everyone, but majority, the ones that I've dealt with, they just kind of take on that attitude of selfishness, me, myself, me,
Mm-hmm.
because they were never allowed to express themselves. And when they did, it was shot down, it was put down, it wasn't taken seriously, it wasn't talked about.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody talked about it to try to get that person's points of view other than their own points of view shoved on that person. And this is how it is. If you follow my way, you'll be perfect. And they've been looking at them going, I live with you, right? I've seen all your flaws. So what you're telling me is not totally
Right.
100% accurate. You want me to do something that you're not doing yourself, but
Yeah.
you want me to do it,
Yeah.
you know?
And that's